Let's begin. What do we got here? A light green, a Prussian blue, and a cerulean blue. I'm going to show you a super easy way to make a big butterfly. Now, we're going to start out with the Prussian blue, and I'm making 2 rows. As you can see, 3 dots. Then we're going to do the cerulean blue next to it, but I am going to angle it out, well, except for in the middle. But as you see, the tops and bottoms are going to be angled out. And you're going to see how this plays out. Now, we're not done yet. The last set of dots is going to be our light green. And of course, adding on, angling it out. I mean, it looks cool right now, doesn't it? This is so fun. All right, here we go. Gonna grab a brush, paper towel. I need to wet it down first. So I'm wetting it, and then I'm drying it again. And here we go. Watch this. Boom. Woo, girl, that is so fun. I'm gonna tell you what, I had a blast doing this. So cool. Boom. See that? You're just doing it as a swirl. So you go out, in, and you do it 3 times, out, in. Now, some would argue that this is pretty cool by itself. And yeah, but you really want to bring out the colors. So here we go. We're going to do it on the other side. So I went and I wetted the brush and then I dried it again. Swirling action. There we go. And there we go again. So now look, we got a butterfly. See that? And it looks cool like that. But I mean, we really want to bring out the colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pulling the color away from the paper. See that? Now, at first, I was thinking I could do it with a dry brush, but as you can see, it was a little tough. It was lifting the paper. So I'm wetting the brush again, and then going, there you go. See how it brings out the green? So the more that we pull away the blue, we're going to start seeing this green start popping through the paper. So again, as you see, I'm getting water, and then I'm drying the paper towel. So water, dry it, and then pulling. So wet, dry, pull. And do it as much as you want to the consistency of the colors that you want to bring out. I wanted to go not super light, but I didn't want the paint super heavy either. I sort of wanted something in between is what I was actually going for. And you'll see how this works out. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool now, but I want to go a little bit more. Ooh, look at that. See that? It's hiding under the paint. When you start seeing that in real time, it blows your mind. It did mine. I was like, wow, like these colors are just popping, super popping. But again, wet, dry, and then swirl. Wet, dry, swirl. Now, could you do a 4-thing butterfly instead of a 6? Of course you can. You can do it any way you want to. Heck, you can even do it just as 2-winged butterfly. But I think this effect is super cool to have 3 wings on each side, and then you can pull these colors out. It's just super cool in my opinion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. And yeah, I want to pull it towards the middle because that is going to be the body of the butterfly. All right. I made a mess on the floor on the side. Whoopsie! It happens. I had some splattered blue paint on there. Okay, now, these are watercolor pencils, okay? I know you can't read it's backwards. But anyway, it's watercolor pencils by, I think it's, I have to go back and see what the name of that is. But you see what I'm doing? I'm taking the black one. I wetted the pencil a little bit because it comes down sort of like paint. There you go. And I'm adding the body of the butterfly and the little head. I'm just sort of like, you know, giving it a little ziggy zag. Because I don't want it to be perfectly straight. I want it to look like a sort of fuzzy butterfly in the middle. That's what I was going for. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking, what else can I do to add detail? And I was like, this isn't working. I tried to see if it would pull into the black, and no, it didn't really show anything, but I just moved the black ink around a little bit. But I mean, that's the thing, you have to try, because I didn't really know what was going to work. So I thought, okay, let me try this green. I wetted it down. And as you can see, I'm trying to add some detail into the wings. But what I found out during this process is you really have to let this dry a little bit before you add more detail, because it's still damp. But I thought with the watercolor pencil that it would work. It sort of had some color to it. So I thought, okay, let me try the yellow. I mean, I guess you could see a little bit going on, but it really didn't do much. I'm going to be honest with you. It didn't really work. But I thought, let me give it a shot. Let's see what happens. If we could put veins or something into the butterfly. And as you see, it's doing a little something, but not much. Okay, so I think I said, okay, forget it. I give up. So the next thing I tried, these are metallic markers. I love these, especially, whoop, there goes the silver. I like the gold. I was like, yeah, gold, blue, and green would rock. So let me see what I can do. And I think in that moment, it was still too wet. It was doing a little bit, but it was still a little too wet. Like nothing was happening. So I was like, okay, forget it. Let's move on to something different. Let's see what else we can do. And I thought, well, let me try these markers, right? Let's see if these markers work. These are not watercolor markers, it's just regular markers. And as you can see, I don't think that was working either. So I grabbed one of these things. They have like metal ball tips on the end. And I just decided you can like make dots out of them, or you can pull the ink out to see if it would work. See what I'm doing? I'm adding like eyelets into the butterfly wings themselves. That's what I'm doing. So I'm taking this little dot maker, and it's really just made out of wood and metal on the end, and you can just put dots into the paint. Oh yeah, and by the way, the name of, since you can't see it, it's upside down and backwards. It's called Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. It's also the Faber-Castell ink pens I had. And the metallic, just to let you know, is just, this one's just called Sparkle Gel Pens. Okay, so they're Sparkle Gel Pens by Unicorn. So just in case you're wondering what all this stuff is, that's what they are. That's the names of the brands. Oh, and by the way, the watercolors, if you want to know the brand of the watercolor, it's also by Unicorn. That's who produces these. Now, I don't know if they have these in the States. I know they probably have Faber-Castell. I'm housed in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I'm an expat who lives out here, and that's what they have available in my art shop. So I have to work with what I got, people. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm trying again. I'm like, okay, it's a little more drier. I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some color on the edges of the wings. So as you can see, I'm hitting it with some light green. These again are watercolor pencils. You're going to see what I'm going to do here in a minute. So I'm grabbing the dark blue. It's hard to tell, but I mean you can sort of see it. Again, outline outside of the wings. All right, now I'm getting another different paintbrush. I'm wetting it. Little dabby dab on the paper towel. Well, I did a little more wetter. And that's what's going to make this pop. That's what I love about watercolor pencils. You can either just leave them the way they are, colored, or you can pull them out with water. And they actually add a softer, like watercolor effect, like a pastel kind of effect. And that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it heavy on the edges because we already have this heavy, big blue-green butterfly. I wanted to bring out some softer edges on it. Now, as you can see, I'm pulling water off of the paper. I'm pulling it back. So I'm laying it down, and then I'm going back over it with a dry brush after I hit the paper towel. Okay, laying it down with the water again, just to bring it out a little bit more and blend it in. Because remember, it was green and blue, so we're blending it. And again, hitting it with the paper towel to dry the brush and the paint off the paper. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe this will work now. Butterfly should be drier. And lo and behold, it was dry enough for me to add the gold. I know you can't hardly see it now, but you just wait till you see this finished product. This is really, really cool. I love the gold metallic gel pens because they really do add a punch to my art, and I would recommend them. I really would. I mean, whatever brand you get, but they're fun to add those little accent designs and colors into your art, and it just really brings your art to life. I was like, okay, let me just like really decorate this little guy. So you can see putting it on the tips of the antennas. I gave him a couple eyeballs. I'm adding it down his body. And I did try to add it into the eyelets, but honestly, it was still gooey with paint and it didn't come through. But it did actually let me draw onto the body of the butterfly. And here we are. Check it out. What? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? That is super cool. Oh man, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Whoops, let me show you how it looks without the tape. Here it is. Beautiful, huh? Feel free to purchase a digital print of this in my link below, or why not get a textile design or get both. Links below. Thanks for watching.